Welcome, ladies and gents. Today is day 2 of the Diablo 2 Resurrected Alpha, Technical Alpha. And today what we did is we tested the controller support with this game. And we also just recently hit level 33. So, that took a long time. Again, we only have the first 2 acts. Level 33 is like pretty high level. We're definitely one of the highest levels, if not the highest level right now on the alpha, at least legitimately. So that's pretty cool. I'll show you my gear real quick because you might want to see it. Again, this is just like we've been farming. We only have the first 2 acts available to us. 25 MF here, and then we got a 10 FCR MF ring, Zars, 30 Nagel. We found that earlier in the tombs. We got a Sanders. Finally got that 3P Diamond Shield with 57 All-Res. We found a 10 FCR, 17 Life, Poison Res and Gold Find Amulet. Really nice. We're rocking a 32 MF helmet. We'll get upgrades for this soon. It does take a while to get all the gems and the gem shrines and stuff. But our most recent upgrade, and we obviously have stealth here, but our most recent upgrade here is the Sanders Superstition. This is absolutely insane because it allows us to drop an FCR ring and it gives us more mana. So that's why we have the Nagel now, which is 30 MF, which is fantastic. Our Mercenary actually even got an upgrade as well. So we got Grey Form, as I talked about before, which is just really good for your Mercenary early on. And then we got Frost Nova here, dual res and hit recovery, super nice. And then this item is actually some pretty big damage. 44 to 95 ED, flat damage, knockback, fire res, and attack rating there, so pretty cool. And it's ethereal, so the boy does some damage. So really like that. And also from last night, if you missed it, your mercenaries actually show like what aura and skills that they have. Also, not only that, it tells you the current skill level of them, which is very helpful information. We found the whole Cathan set as well, which is pretty cool. We've been farming, magic finding, having a really good time with it. But back to the main thing, like I mentioned earlier, the console support / controller support. Overall, I was actually pretty surprised by it. It feels pretty good. Could use some work still, but it's definitely working in a lot better of a manner than I was expecting. Telekinesis, which was one of the main skills, I was like, how the heck are you even going to use this? Turns out it's like really smart. It works really well. It's fine. Teleport has a default range, and I think that's really bad. That's one of the major things that I'd say it's needs to be changed or adjusted or something. You're not even really using the right stick when you're in controller, other than clicking to, I think, swap weapons is what it is. So it's not really, let's see, I'll show you actually real quick. This is the screen for controller support. And we have like, down here in the bottom left, we have, you know, different buttons we can select and use. And then we hold left trigger and we get 12. Total, so we got 6 here that we can use. And we hold left trigger and then we get 6 more. So we hold left trigger. I want to cast, you know, Frozen Orb. If I want to cast Teleport, you know, then depending on the trigger. And then on top of that, when I swap weapons, I can choose to have another 12 on swap. So that's a lot of skills. There's a lot of skills available to us. So you'll easily be able to play like all builds with 12 skills available. And you can actually press like all 12 easier, in my opinion, than you can like, you know, if you were to play on PC. If you can actually get used to this, some things will actually be easier to do in console than PC. Other things, not so much. The things that this really struggles with on console and controller support is precision. Right? You have the speed, and there's also some other things like itemization is kind of weird, like when you have a bunch of items on the ground. It looks really weird, but look at this. So you have highlighted dudes. Right, you got stuff that's highlighted. I'll just show you a little bit of gameplay for here. I'm not very good at the at the controller yet, but and obviously this is just normal Act 1, but it's actually a lot of fun. I will say is one thing that's pretty cool. One thing that's also interesting about this, so this is the inventory screen, is your potions, at least your mana and your healing potions. If you have them in your inventory, it'll just auto take, which is kind of OP. So like, basically an infinite belt is your inventory, and it'll just auto take them from your belt, which it is OP, but I think it's required in order to even play with the controller, because there's no way you're going to be able to open up your inventory, quickly put your potions in and stuff. You also have like the slider here, and you can select your skills. You know, it says bind skill, I hold X, and I just hold like whatever I want for bind, left trigger X, and that works. You have all these skills. So you go to the skill tree and you bind them there. Then you have like general things here as well. So you know, left trigger, right bumper, all these things. These things I don't think really work yet. The loot and interact, I don't know. Then you got your quests, your attribute screen, and you got your advanced stats if you press the like left menu button. Inventory, like I said, skill tree, and then your mercenary, so you get to see all that information as well, which is cool. And then the options. Now, one major issue is right now in the alpha, which there's no way they won't change this because I will complain hard. We'll all complain hard. We better complain hard. So, first of all, the game doesn't pause when you're in the inventory here. Right? This doesn't count as a pause screen. Second of all, okay. If I want to save and exit, say you're on hardcore, which you have default range teleport. I'm giving the worst case scenario. You default range teleport, you accidentally teleport into a might pack or fanat pack, whatever, and then you're like, oh crap, I gotta save and exit. First, you gotta hit a non-pause menu, then you gotta scroll over 1, 2, 3, and then you gotta move down. And then you hope that you lived long enough to put in input like 5 million actions and then hit save and exit. There's definitely some things work in progress. They did say several times over that this is just very rough. Yeah, stuff like that. And we're not even using like this right stick. Okay, this stick is not even getting used. We're only using it to weapon swap. That's the only thing. It would be cool, like once we come across an elite pack, that's the other thing that's kind of rough, is like once you're coming across an elite pack, you see how their names are highlighted? It's hard to tell what the elite pack actually is that you're coming across, because you have to like be facing them and running at them in order to see what they are, and that's not necessarily the way you want to do it. So I'm thinking maybe with the right stick, if you had like some seeking method, or like kind of seeked, you know, it's like, oh, that elite is X. You know, it's like you can use the right stick to just hover over the dude in a certain direction and just see what their affixes are. Something like that. Maybe use the right stick for teleport range. If you want to, like, you know, move over and then release and it teleports really far, so you can just keep doing this. Or if you want to do like a small teleport, you kind of do a small version. I don't know. But default range teleport kills a lot of builds and it's extremely dangerous. It's a rough start, but with all those things being said, I'm really actually liking the controller support, and I think it's a lot better than I thought it was going to be. Like, I thought it was going to be a disaster, honestly. But, really good job. They've done a really good job. So, the whole potion thing and the skills, I think it's awesome. So, they've already changed the interface here, as you can see. So if I swap back here, the whole interface changes again with the mouse and the keyboard. So maybe more changes to make things a little bit better and feel better. But I did say this in chat earlier. I was like, hey, if you are planning on getting this game, definitely it is looking great. However, if you're trying to get it for console right now, I would just wait, because like, it is moving in a fantastic direction, but there's a lot of stuff in progress for like console and controllers and stuff. So I might wait on all that stuff on the pre-order and stuff like that. That's just an honest review. It's like, if you're going to be playing on console or Nintendo Switch or something like that, it's in a little bit of a rough stage, so hold off on your pre-order maybe until maybe more of these fixes come out and we see it all kind of flush out a little bit. So, anyways, thank you all for watching. I know that's a little bit of a lengthy review, but I've been loving this D2R, man. It's been so much fun, and it looks fantastic. I'm really happy to be playing it. Also, if you guys didn't know, you can swap back and forth between the new version and the classic, right? Zoom in, zoom out, so it's really cool. So anyways, enough of that, guys. Much love. You guys are beasts.